Alright, good morning, how y'all doing? We are playing Metaphor ReFantazio. Does Sais may have a shirt? Absolutely not. Are we in the... Well, we're kind of in the temple, the dragon temple, but we're also in Drakengray Shinjuku. It says it's the divine altar path. I believe it's the path that's going to alter our perception of the world in this game. Things seem to be a-brewing.
The deepest part of the temple lies just ahead. It is the altar of the 12, where the dragon god Et slumbers.
Got it.
What is this really sinister voice? There's unquestionably something totally not good back there.
This Magla, it feels like that of a normal dragon, but somewhat different. What is this?
Well, that's why we're here. Let's go.
I don't like this.
Is it gonna be a big fight? Should I recover Magla or MP? Our MP's about half for everybody. How y'all doing? It is a Saturday morning, probably like 9 o'clock, 9:30 I'm guessing. Let me see. 9:21. We got our energy drink, we got our tea. I needed to show you, we do it every time. If you don't know what they look like, that is on you. Alter the 12 what?
Ready?
There's a lot of things that don't get explained, and I want to know. I'm sensing a strong aura up ahead. This dragon is probably going to be pretty formidable. Are we ready? Did we save last time? I believe we did. Let me make sure I'm not swinging my abacus. Oh, I am. Ooh, we would have ran right up to a dragon with nothing but an abacus. I bet I could do it. There's nothing I can't at this point do with an abacus. Do not, doubt me. Though I doubted myself for but a moment, I now no longer do so. Yo, speaking of doubting myself, in the last video I talked about Thomas More's Utopia and the part where the friar answers a fool with his folly. And I was like, what a profound line, and answer not a fool with his folly. One, I misquoted it at the time. Second of all, that's from the Bible. Like, it's in Thomas More's Utopia. That's where I learned it. And again, I'm saying Thomas More's Utopia, not Thomas More's Utopia. Okay? Like Shakira and the Animals. I'm talking about Thomas More's Utopia. Yeah, it's from the Bible. But I learned it from a book. Well, I guess the Bible's a book. Not just a weapon. You get so used to the way things are used in modern day that you forget their original purpose and or format. The Bible was a book. That's crazy. I'm gonna be my magic seeker. Well, I need to set it. And then what do y'all want for this move? I don't need a fire move for the dragon fight. I know I don't. If he could be weak to wind, that'd be great. Because once again, if you guys don't remember, everybody on the team's got wind moves. I want like a fun passive. What kind of moves do you think the dragon uses? What's my weakness? Let me just evade my weakness. Details. Weak to fire, I got fire evasion. Cool. We're gonna call that a setup. I should go save after setting it, but I'm not going to. Forward we march, altar of the 12. Homemade dragon fruit Red Bull. They brought the dragon fruit Red Bull back. It's just everywhere. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody talked when they took it away either, other than me. I'm screaming from the rooftops. So, like, I don't know what's going on there, but I've gotten really used to my homemade one. It's like, it's like a peaceful routine. We'll get into this battle. Give me a second to yap. I love making it every morning. But also, way cheaper. I'm gonna say something kind of more nummy. It is just chemicals, don't get me wrong, but it does taste a little bit more like, has a little bit more depth of flavor than the Dragon Fruit Red Bull, which I love. Red Bull, please send me a case of them if you would. I've got about 4 views per video. I think that my reach in talking about your product could really go far. We could work together. Hey, 4 products, bitch. Send me 4 cans and I'll sell you 8 to myself. Okay.
Time to go.
Yes, Dragon God awaits us. Why do I carry a messenger bag around with me? My character has a messenger bag. Bitch, I'm saving the... Now... Oh, it's a white dragon. I come on here every morning. Not every morning, but often I come on here drinking my little drinks. And then I'm like, why is my throat so mucusy? Bitch, you know why. Now, let's have a look around. We can't really. This is all underground? Maybe the Sanctus hate the truth because the truth is confusing. Maybe they're just trying to keep it simple for everybody. You know? Maybe they have a point. I don't mean that. I'm just saying words. Far be it from me to ever align myself with the Sanctists. You never know. They might, you know. Atlas loves to switch it up on you sometimes and be like, oh, look, the bad guys weren't bad, because, like, bad is subjective and moral gray. Who's on the dragon? Who's this on the dragon?
No, it can't be.
Oh, hell. There was a dragon after all.
I thought this thing needed a priestess to summon it.
Who has the 6 arms?
Is that the lance?
We are in no condition
pretty.
to claim it. Fire and flame! Has even the dragon god succumbed to melancholia?
No. I think
Green
this is
Eyes White
something
Dragon.
worse. Look! On its back!
Blue Eyes White Dragon, Yu-Gi-Oh! I was not a Yu-Gi-Oh! Person growing up, didn't have the cards, didn't have any of the toys. I used to steal from friends or acquaintances the Yu-Gi-Oh! Game Boy Advance games. Oh, look at the thing riding the dragon. It's got pectoral muscles and 6 arms. If y'all could slip my number to him, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm not looking to date, I'm just looking to get to know him a little bit better. And I loved on Game Boy Advance those Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. They are re-releasing those as a packet bundle thing, and I'm hype as fuck. And let's see if I remember how to fucking play Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, yo, one time, one last bit of this story, and then we're gonna hop into the battle. I was at the mall a couple months back with my friend Christopher before he left me to go to Spain, moved to Spain. And while we were there at this vintage stock store, which I get a lot of posters at, how do I point to the poster? Right. They had a big plush, like hairy fuzzy rainbow Karibo, if you know Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was like, gay Karibo. And I'm not usually like a rainbow person, but I was like, I need gay Karibo. Did I buy gay Karibo? No, because I have self-control in the slightest degree. No, I think she read that. Yeah.
Something clings to it. A human.
He's looking. Is
Is
mine?
that the fiend behind this chaos?
That's the worst double act I've ever seen.
Look at its eyes, its mouth, like it's shielding itself, or like it refuses to confront anything, or almost like...
It's got the red legs on that thing.
Problems than the ritual. This thing wants to eat us.
You would fight our god.
What can we do but defend ourselves?
Yufa!
Oh no.
I'm...
Look out!
The thing riding on the dragon is kind of intriguing to me. I hate to say it. He's not part of the dragon, is he? I thought she was about to pass out. Oh my god. She is not about to fucking rip her metal heart out, is she? This cutscene looks like she's about to... Another teammate! Let me give it a second to happen.
You would have me abandon this end. You would send me away to live my life. But how? How can I? This is all I have. Please. You can't take my purpose away from me.
I must apologize. I was wrong to assume. I was quick to judge. But your rites are not acts of barbarism. Yours is a proud heart. But still, see the truth. Is this your god?
Can a god not scorn, though? Now that thing, I don't know about that thing.
Martyrs, who desires tragedy. Is that truly a god worthy of your devotion and faith?
Also, need you fear a god, need you worship God, you can feel free to oppose and challenge a god.
Arise now, priestess! Have you come here only to be saved? Or will you find purpose beyond death, to stand and fight as a savior?
Her peach fuzz colored nails, Yufa, she's got the 2023, 2024 Pantone shade of the year on her nails.
O lodestar, ye torn maiden of faith. O thou
Here we
anguished
are.
traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
Whose voice is that? That woman that speaks to us in these archetype-based moments.
That island. I love the smell of its verdant flora. But what I love more than anything is its people. Their words may be coarse, but their hearts are true. I must save them. Please!
Here we go.
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities become thy light.
What about
O
thy
lodestar,
anxieties?
whose light reveals the king's own path. Awaken.
She's cool, I like her design.
If I cannot save them in death, then I swear I'll protect them with my life.
Because, like, they've been working on this game since before Tears of the Kingdom came out. So when Tears of the Kingdom came out with the Zonai and the look on Zelda, do you think they were so mad that Zelda was trying to eat their lunch with Yufa's design? Which isn't the most unique thing, you know, 3 eyes and, like, a priestess, but
Let me fight by
it
your
looks really good.
side.
Now, what's her archetype? It looks spooky, scary skeletons in a good way. Purple. I didn't really shed purple eyes. I don't be noticing details, but Jesus, fucking is beauty in the details. What did they say? The devil? They say the devil's in the details. That's why I don't look at the details, because I'm not looking for the devil. So jot that down. And whenever y'all want to be perceptive and, oh, you don't pay attention, I'm not trying to find the devil. He is in what? The details. Just saying. Okay, I need to start paying attention to things, is what I'm saying. 2K25. We're noticing, we're thinking, we're feeling, we're reading, we're writing. We're noticing and perceiving. Third eye's open this year, yeah? Yufa's ahead of the curve. Okay, so she's gonna be on the team because she probably has to be, which sucks. No offense to her, I just don't know her like that. Like, if I'm doing a big battle, I want to know what's going on, but even if I could exclude her, I actually wouldn't, because who am I to exclude her in the fight against what was once her god? You know what I mean? Like, I think it's important for her to be a major part of that. My face is in the way. Give me a second here. Okay, so I want me, her, let me look at everybody. What moves does he have? Nary a wind. I'm banking on wind. Hate to say, nope, not her. We're going to do Stroll. Hulkenberg. What? Ooh, can I change archetypes before I do all this, or no? Because it's looking tough for me. Oh no. Oh nuts, you guys. Oh, my face isn't showing, but we don't need it right now. Give me a second because I need to see these screens. Oh, shit. Okay. We got me, Stroll. What does Yufa do? She's got wind. That means wind is definitely going to be the thing. What's summon Noctilica? I'll put my face back on the screen, but okay. God, I love these screens with these, like, who drew that man in the wheel like that these are based on? These are cool. Okay. Me, Yufa, Stroll. Oh, he's got a wind attack. It's just inherited. It's weak. What do you got? Nothing inherited? I haven't given her any. Juna. We're gonna go with Juna because I really like this goofy thing. Now, we have to put Juna last, that way her turn goes last, but also the turn order does get thrown around as you start chaining weaknesses, so it doesn't really matter that deeply, but I'm at least going to put her there, so it goes Stroll, and then Juna. 2 girls on the team, bitch. The Bechdel test, run it again. Previously, we failed the Bechdel test many times, like I failed my driving test as a 17-year-old 3 times. But, run it again. Just like the driving test, I'm ready to pass this time. Now, I failed because they lied. Let me just say, don't think I'm a bad driver. I'm a great driver. I also accept responsibility, actually. I'm a man who accepts responsibility. 2 of the 3 times I failed, that was on me. One of them, bitch, they said you didn't look at your mirror. 1, who the fuck cares? Who looks, he meant like the side mirror. I remember this fucking 13 years later. And also, like, how do you know where my eyes were and weren't? Also, did I switch a lane? Did I do anything that required me to look at it? Also, y'all didn't teach me. They did not make me parallel park. They did not make me do, what's a K turn, K point, back up turn. Never made me do that. So when I, at 17, got my license and quickly at 17 moved to San Diego, California, living right there in La Jolla. What do you mean you can't parallel park in San Diego? What do you mean you can't parallel park in La Jolla? You're going to learn now. You're going to learn on the job. And oh boy, did I. And you know what? I figured it right the fuck out. Because I'm what? What is it? Adapt, improvise, overcome. I am my father's son. Jot that down.
You what? You can fight?
And that power.
I found my answer. I offer my life in battle, not in sacrifice.
Then we fight as a team.
To battle is to open yourself to sacrifice, isn't it?
Right?
Yes, it must be. If we strike at the human precisely, we may be able to separate them. Everyone, you need not hold back. We fight to save.
I'm so sorry. He's hot.
And I shall fight with all I am.
It's the red legs and the 6 arms.
Come on, team, we fight
For
together.
me. It really is, though. Okay.
Not this tactic. I'll take
Can I go on the back line? Okay.
Oh, souls of kings. give
Summon
me
Eagle. That's a
strength.
lot of MP, bitch. Oh, deals heavy wind damage to all. Lowers their attack for 3 turns. Wow. So if either one of them's weak to wind, we're going to figure it out.
It is your turn.
Oh, she like actually summoned an eagle lion.
Yeah.
Somebody was weak to it.
I will fight with pride.
Which one? Who was weak to that? Get my ass on the back line. I'm already on the back line. Medium wind, heavy wind. Can I do a little bit of synthesis? Bitch, you know I can do some synthesis. Heavy wind to all. That is going to take 2 turns now. That is going to take 2 turns now, y'all. But worth it, probably. Because it's heavy on both. That way I can hit the dragon and the man. The human, who's not a man based on what a man is in this game's context. Because these people that we would call men in this game are not humans. Human are beasts. But also, they've been getting more humanoid the last few videos. We've been getting some more humanoid humans. So, traditionally humanoid. It's hard to talk about. Hard to explain.
Wind.
Hit their weakness. That's your opening, Captain.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself. You guys wanna know a little fucking secret, actually?
Curse.
Damn! And 3 people got cursed. I'm not taking that big of an L that early on in the battle. Call it what you will, bitch. I'm retrying. Okay, let me get that eagle lion back up in here.
It's okay.
And then, oh, I didn't put Youth on the back line. Should have put her on the back line. I got too busy defying.
Let's set it up.
Defying gravity. How does that song go? It doesn't. You don't want to hear me sing Defying Gravity. I'll tell you that right. Yo, I cooked up some crazy shit in the studio last night. By the studio, I do mean right here at this desk. I was working on some music, made something really cool, but I was like, this is bizarre. It's always like a weird shit coming out of me. And sometimes I'll make things that are like pretty good, like not bizarre. I'm like, wow, that's pretty good. I have no use for this because like my album's kind of bizarre. And I don't do it to be bizarre, but I do realize I don't like feel like in like the good conventional things I make, I like just don't feel like expressed in them. Don't you miss, bitch. Okay.
That's your opening, Captain.
She unlocked free juggling. That's kind of cool. 2 turns, not a lot of damage, but you can do it without using MP. In an emergency. Go ahead and hit him. Get us that extra turn.
Nothing ties a traveler.
Now, should I focus on... Yeah, they said knock him off the dragon. So let's just focus on the man.
Perhaps not. Give me your aid.
Is it worth... It's not worth the 2
I
turns.
shall vanquish evil.
Go ahead and just hit the man. Homo what? His name's Homo Margo?
This is the power said to
Homo
belong to the
Margo.
priestess.
I know that's right.
Summoner,
Okay.
it is your turn.
Let's take Vitus power.
I feel like I've never really watched The Simpsons. Obviously, I've seen like little clips here and there. Like it's like a significant piece of like culture in America and maybe in the world. I don't know. Marge Simpson seems so cool. I really like her. Now, should I hit that?
We'll do this together.
Hit that A, hit that wee. You know that song? It's Azalea Banks' Young Rapunzel. I'm gonna go heavy to both, because the next turn after this one's Juna's, and she's not gonna deal major damage. Homo Margo's attack is down. Thank you so much, my dear Yufa, who's now part of the team, for lowering his attack. I really like Yufa. I would like to find her a spot in like the permanent roster. But also that may be a fool's endeavor because we don't have a permanent roster, it seems. It seems like we're constantly changing it around. But then like I gotta spread out my leveling up. I don't know. I would love a permanent roster, but they keep adding people and I keep changing them out myself as well, even when not required. Margo, you gotta go. As hot as you are, you know. Just because you're hot
Let's do this.
doesn't mean you're not a problem. Cause you're a problem.
I'll blow
Now,
you away.
is the dragon not usually bad?
Power said to belong to a priestess.
It's the effect of the human and the melancholia.
Summoner,
Are the humans tied to the like? Because melancholia comes from overexposure to magla, maybe? I thought.
come forth now.
It's okay.
I don't want this game to end. I've been thinking about that lately.
Hold on. Let's work together.
Because we're 90 hours in. So I keep thinking it's going to end at any moment. And also it seems like the story is picking up and making points. But also they just gave us a new team member. So I don't know what to expect.
We'll team up.
And obviously I do love when games end because I love completion, which is why like Genshin Impact and such things I just can't get into because like I need that end point. Because then I can move on to another game because there's so many good games, and if a game doesn't end, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, that one's been taking a lot of my time. Like, then I'll never get to all the good games in the world. And even if it is a great game that doesn't end, I would rather have 1,000 good things than one great thing for the rest of my life, because it doesn't remain great forever. You get tired. Oh, I like variety. I like... What I'm trying to say is I need to finish Nier Replicant 9 more times, and I need to play Nier Automata, and also I want to finish Master Detective Archive Rain Code. There's a lot of games I want to play. I got Tales of Arise on my Xbox. Don't know if I'll ever play it. It looks so fun though. I'd love to play it.
The power of wind.
Do you think it'll kill Margot?
Fullest power.
Margot, you get off that dragon. Nary saddle, just barebacking the dragon. Oh my god, baddragon.com. Don't go there, don't go there. Do not go there.
We did it!
Well, do actually.
Now
You're
we're
all
gonna take
adults
down
here.
the body.
I don't need to protect you. It's a cool place. If that's your thing. They're pretty. They got lots of colors. Okay, the human possessing the dragon god is suffering. So he's possessing the dragon god. Fucking knowing this game, we're gonna free him from the human, and next thing you know, the dragon's gonna join the team. Okay, we do need to heal a little bit. Don't know if anybody on the team's necessarily very adept. Does the dragon have a weakness? Oh, we've been too busy throwing out wind attacks to even think about what the dragon could be weak to.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
We're just gonna throw our strongest attacks at him. And for me, that's gonna be heavy wind.
This is just what I need.
For her, that's gonna be heavy fire to all, which is gonna burn some MP. But what do we need it for if not this fight? What if the dragon has a trick up its sleeve? So far it's not been that hard, so I'm always afraid, like, when does the
I shall fight as the
bomb drop? What do they call it? When does the other shoe drop? Is that what it is? Y'all, do you remember when we killed Saddam Hussein and they were throwing shoes on the power lines? I do.
Are you prepared?
Remember when they threw a shoe at George Bush? I got nothing against George Bush personally. That doesn't mean I align myself with him either, though. Do not get at me. I know y'all like to be mad at people because you love to live a life of misery. That's on you. Y'all, whatever. I've decided I'm not allowed to come on the internet and be hateful anymore.
Not now. I shall vanquish
Do you have a
evil.
heavy attack? Because if not,
No.
it's
not
going to be
this.
healing for you. You're the male nurse on the team for now because you can't deal heavy damage. And nothing wrong with being a male nurse. Admirable, necessary,
this.
required, hot with your arm tattoo.
Thank you.
Can you get a whole thumb tattooed one color? I won't
shall
mind
do my
red.
best.
If you're thinking like, is that a Fionn McCool thing? Yes, it is.
Here I go.
Shin Megami Tensei 5. Fionn McCool. Can't even say his name, but am I going to tattoo my thumb red? Fuck yeah. Salmon of Knowledge. Who, bitch? You bitches can't even spell Salmon of Knowledge. Cures one ally stats elements and grants 10% HP recover for the next. That's 30%. Cool. I'm not going to use it for now. But also this fight might not be hard ever because I'm overleveled and playing the game on easy. And that's the goal. That's the goal for me at this point.
Trivial.
Like Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, I played hard on this channel and had a blast, but in general, if I'm recording, I want things pretty easy. Because I'm talking and not, I don't pay full attention. I can't be that smart when I'm recording. And it sounds like a cop-out. Like, I promise I'm smart off camera. It's like, sure you are. But like, no, it's different when you're laying in bed on your Switch. Or if even playing Xbox on the couch. When you're recording, I go big dummy mode.
Wind. Still here?
I hate when a bitch gives you a dum-dum lollipop. I do not want a dum-dum lollipop. And you bought the bag of candy and you said, let me buy the one that nobody likes the things in. That's on you. The bag with the dum-dums and the milk duds and the dots. I kind of like a dot. I know y'all don't want to hear it. I kind of like a dot. I like a little gumdrop moment. They are so chewy, they will tear up my teeth. And I'll go full force on them. A milk dud, now you want to talk about tearing up teeth, sister. Milk duds are fine. I suck on them like I do with all chocolate, so it's not as destructive on me. But we gotta take down this dragon. We'll talk later. We'll catch up later.
They sure don't give up easy.
What if instead of my name being siaha.later, it was catch up later? You're the male nurse, so instead of... I've now relegated him in this battle to being the male nurse. He doesn't do damage anymore. He boosts people. Who's doing big damage? Me. I'm big boy, big damage boy. So go ahead and boost my attack.
Even my strength will be needed. I can do this.
How many turns is that last? I don't know, but...
The enemy still stands.
What was that?
He's not that hard.
You've got a bunch of ailments slowing you down, Captain.
Look at the hands of the human. They've got these like holes through them as if like almost like stigmata, like nailed to the cross kind of holes. Very interesting. If Jesus had 6 arms and they had to nail all 6 arms to the cross, like, do you think they'd do it like this? And it's the cross, but with 3 crosses on it, if you know what I mean? Or would they nail all 6 arms up, contorting his body to put them all in the one cross shape that we know? I didn't explain that in a way that makes sense, but IYKYK. Do y'all believe that the Bible happened? I've got no personal opinions for you guys.
Scour! Still up?
Don't underestimate. I'll show you.
I think like some of it, I've got personal opinions. I think some of it's like undisputable because some of it's like recorded history from multiple spots, not just from the Bible, but certain things I'm like, you know, we're writing stories, we're making religious texts. I don't fault anybody for one writing things that maybe were not things that directly physically happened. And I also don't mind people like being like, I'm gonna believe in these things and like build theory and spiritual conscience around these things. Nothing wrong to build spiritual consciousness around. Sometimes I pull tarot. I like to say tarot. Sometimes I pull tarot cards myself, and you know what I do? I believe them. So like, you get to pick which silly little things are for you. That one's for me. I would love to deal damage, but unfortunately, you're just a male nurse, so you've got to go ahead and give a boost. Damn, who lowered her attack, defense, and agility? Probably the dragon.
That was helpful.
Probably it was the dragon that did that.
Come forth now.
Can't imagine it was anybody else. Okay, they've been separate. I got a priestess heart, dragon's breath, and a talisman of the Avatar. Yo, I've told this story about the first time I watched Avatar, the Blue People movie, was way late. I watched it in 2016 when I was high on meth for the first time in my life. This was day 2.5 of no sleep, constant sex on meth, and I watched it on a tiny little computer screen while the person whose home I was in just like disappeared. I think they were just in the kitchen making food. It's kind of big house. Making food and tending to roommates and whatnot. And I was just like, okay. And it changed my life. I was so like, wow, this movie, life-changing. I don't still care, but at the time I was like, cannot wait for the sequel, which took years to come out, and I didn't watch it because I don't care anymore. No offense to Avatar. Ooh, I got 7 points. One moment. We're distributing. Give a lot to magic because I barely do physical attacks. Oh, agility's getting... What's EN? Those are my stats.
Nice. I feel stronger already.
If I want luck, I'll take a gold bath at a later date.
This power wisely.
Excellent. I've grown more powerful.
Now, I do have tea here I've not been sipping. We're going to take the leaves out.
The dragon.
She's wielding the Dracodios. The thing is, we're not going to let the Sanctus Church take that from us, are we? Because we can bring it, we can present it.
Has returned to its sacred vessel.
But they were going to lock these relics away, I
Legend
believe.
has it that while in its vessel, that's when the dragon god's power is greatest and weakest when it takes to raging wing. So if it has a true form, you see it now before you. And here is our village's divine relic, Dracodios, Lance of the Dragon God.
'Twas rusty and worn, but now it almost gleams.
So dragons aren't just magical beasts. They're a manifestation of pure magla. My sister's research. She was right.
You all had the right of it. All these tragic calamities, they are not born of the Dragon God's wrath.
Then maybe they arose from the temple's melancholia. Perhaps that human was the source.
'Tis not the first time. Thinking back on it now, a human has always been at the heart.
You think humans are what's causing all of this?
No,
It's been a common
I
thread.
don't think that's quite it.
Okay, never mind. Fuck me then. Fuck me and my
Something
wig.
about that monster. The way it instinctively tried to shield its eyes and ears. It was as if we faced the living past of the Mustari people itself. The Mustari reject the world beyond ours, lost and comforted by ignorance. And in adversity, it is our God we cling to as cause and answer to our suffering. Maybe we have only ourselves to blame. A self-inflicted madness. Our hearts.
So
are
that
the
human
source of
represented
magma,
them
of magic arts.
and their choice of
Even this
ignorance
new
with the helmet.
power, this archetype that has awakened within me.
Wait. Now I gotta remember the humans from the previous things, and did they represent the people that were
Another. I did not know this one existed.
harmed by them?
If this mural had been lost until now, then... This paints quite a different picture of the priestess. She looks to be fighting.
You suppose this is the truth of the priestess's duty? I mean, offering her life to quell the calamity threatening the village. Maybe that's what it meant all along.
It had always seemed odd that the dragon god dwelled within a lance, of all things. Not a sealed urn, but a weapon. My brother often wondered about it. We were wrong. No, we did not even think to question.
You would have died in the name of an era of semantics. The world has not been kind to you, girl.
No. On the contrary, I feel I've been saved. I finally see my path laid before me. So thank you. Let us return now to the village. You said you had business with the lance when all this had settled down, did you not?
Yes, but I doubt you'll want to let go of it after all that. We have to figure that out.
That's what
I
I'm
cannot
saying.
simply relinquish it, but perhaps instead...
What was that?
Can we explain Shinjuku and how we saw a whole world underground, including a sky and an
Surely
ocean?
not. The human from the altar? How has it not perished?
I heard it enter the water.
It's because it's hot.
This channel leads straight to the ocean. If it seeks prey to regain its strength.
Then it can only be headed for the village.
Damned beast! So much for taking it slow on the way back. After it!
It's like hate to see you go, love to watch you leave. Hate to see him alive. Excited to see his bulge again. But you know, not happy about threat it poses. I was able to subdue the raging dragon god in the depths of the temple alongside the priestess Yufa, who is perfect and beautiful and has purple eyes like Elizabeth Taylor. Perfect. But the human attack... Did Elizabeth Taylor have a FOXC2 gene mutation? I'm gonna have to look that up later, because that can lead to purpley eyes and double lashes, and we have I have a FOXC2 gene mutation, as does my sister, and I believe my brother. Which of our parents has it? We're gonna have to look into that, but... Look into Elizabeth Taylor too. I'm not going to. I'm gonna stop recording and promptly forget, and I'll remember it 2 days later and be like, I don't fucking care if Elizabeth Taylor had a FOXC2 gene mutation. I barely know who that woman is. It's just like a part of culture. So, like... No, I won't be looking it up, but I wonder. I'm gonna wonder for a moment and then drop it. Wonder need only exist in a moment at times, you know? Wonder can be fleeting like joy and still be valuable in that. But the human attached to it escaped. We give chase. Okay, now we have to fucking find the weakened human who is likely headed to Virga Island to recover its strength. It would be a catastrophe if the village if it attacks. I'm gonna say something, that human, kind of not like a big freaky beast. I'm sure it's very capable of like magic tricks. And I'm not talking prestidigitation, I'm talking actual magic. Oh, beautiful. But he's not big. He could be subdued. Oh my god, subdued. If I was like a faggot on the internet who like posted like OnlyFans porn and like was on like Twitter and Blue Sky, which is where the people are now, glad to see it, and stuff, and I was like a submissive like little guy, I would love to be called subdued. Somebody probably already took it, but like subdued. That's kind of fun, right? I love a wordplay, unfortunately. That's the whole reason I write. The whole reason I even make music is because I love a silly little wordplay.
Monster! A monster in our village!
I hear screaming. It's gotta be here.
You lot
Hey.
came back! We honestly...
The color palette right now with the pinks and the purples, it looks like the box of nerds with the pinks and the purples. Love to see you, Basilio.
Ha! Looks like the little lady made it, I'll say. Of course! But more importantly... Right. We've got a human on the hunt. Del's helping the villagers get to higher ground.
Is Del okay?
Truly? I'd not have expected it of him.
That's Fidelio through and through, isn't it?
I am Euphausia, the priestess. Thank you for helping with the evacuation. Hereon we shall...
Oh, priestess! It's the priestess!
Lady Yufa, please save us. What don't you lot get about evacuate? You want to live? Do as you're told.
Priestess, what happened to the ritual? What of the dragon god's wrath?
Did you even perform the rite?
Oh, you want to blame her?
How could we survive now?
Ooh.
The dragon god Et is here as our guardian deity.
Don't worry, you'll get your ritual. The real one, that is. The ritual that's been buried for hundreds of years.
They are not going... I mean, maybe I'm underestimating them and I'm treating them as barbarians, which I hope I am not, but I do fear the idea that these people see us as outsiders that came in meddled and we got into the head of the priestess. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to be like, ah, yes, you're right, Yufa. Or maybe they have such a faith in Yufa that they will trust that she was not influenced wrongly by outsiders. I don't know. We just gotta let it play out.
As the priestess, on my life, I will drive back this calamity.
Hold on now. You're not actually gonna fight, are you?
She fights
Basilio,
now.
Where's the monster?
Girls are fighting now, Basilio.
So be it. We end this here.
Is he still gonna be weak to wind? Do we fight him again with wind? What is wind backwards? To new? Oh, he's bigger than I thought.
We can do this.
He's cool. He's praying arrows through the hands. Oh, because he had those holes in his hands. He was built for this. He was built to have arrows through his hands. Okay. He's so cool. Can I tame him and ride him? Not sexually. That's not what I meant at the very least. I want to be his friend. I want to like tame him. But also like, if I had a nickel for every time I said that about a man and it didn't go the way I wanted it to, I'd have a few nickels and I'd order me a Domino's pizza. Nah. There's this place here called Gumby's. I don't really order pizza much. Garrison does. Yo, Garrison ordered a Gumby's pizza yesterday and I said, get me one. And he was like, no, because his pizza's like $11. Mine is 20. And I don't eat like a single one topping red sauce. I'd rather starve and die than eat a one topping red sauce pizza. You will not catch me eating a red sauce pizza. I am too dynamic, unique, and vibrant for a red sauce pizza, bitch. I'm fun, creative, and queer. I can do barbecue sauce. I can do an Alfredo. I can do a ranch. I can do a pesto. I can do a hot honey. I can do, there's just one pizza out of Casey's with like a cream cheese as the sauce. Isn't that crazy? I can do that. A plain red sauce, bitch. I don't know who you think I am. Okay, I gotta build the team. I'm gonna go same team we had. It's gonna go me, her, Strolly Poo, Strolly Bear, Strolly Polly. Oh, that's his new name. At work, Kiara's trying to find me a nickname because she loves making nicknames for people. Pookie got fired. What was his name? Bubba. Bubba got fired. I don't know his real name, but she would always call him Bubba, and that makes me so sad. But also, like, it wasn't unjustly. Oh, also, yo, we all got, I'm gonna say this quietly. We all got raises. Every single one of us, because the place is doing well and the owner's a pretty cool guy. Yo, he was talking about new moon festivals and spirits and wellness, and I was like, wait, him and I could talk. Him and I could talk about collective consciousness and things. So him and I are gonna have to have a chat. But I'm making 6,000 more a year than I was yesterday morning now. Like beginning Monday, so that's kind of cool. Juna. And off we go. Another fight. I'm sure this one will be harder. Did we heal up in the meantime? Do you think the game healed us? Probably not.
I stand anew. I stand with you.
I thought we already finished this guy.
Oh, healed. Thank you. Thank you, Atlas, for being so kind. Look at Homo Margo. I'm kind of obsessed with him. Especially with the arrows through the hands. Like the praying and the sword through the head and the strapped together legs. I don't know. I'm big into him. He's cool.
Let's go.
And he represents the ignorance, which makes me think that all the humans we have fought have represented the people that they have been a blight upon. And I just want to think deeper about that, but I don't have it in me right now. Because I must fight. Are you still weak to this shit?
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Scour.
What do you mean you changed your weakness on the way to the island?
Watch me.
Do you think he has no weakness now? Or a different weakness?
Raging fire.
Oh, this is tough.
The power of ice.
No weakness is like my worst nightmare.
It is your turn.
Reversal prayer, so he is indeed praying. Something changed about Margo here now. Something noticeable but undefinable changed about him, they said. A little bit of shift in the je ne sais quoi of this monster. We sensed a shift in the je ne sais quoi. Do you guys remember that Vine? TikTok? It is a video of years back of the kid trying to read the word who, W-H-O, and he said, Hua? I think about that pretty often. I mean, this is just my strongest attack, so it is what it is. By 2 ranks, that's kind of cool. I won't be using it because I'm a damage dealer, but I'm not a...
Even white lies can still weigh you down.
Period. Okay, so that's what changed in the je ne sais quoi. The je ne sais quoi shifted into a negative place where he now... Do you think he blocks all magic or just the ones I already hit him with? I'm gonna hit this. Because I could really use a wish right now. Wish right now. And this is like a wish to me. It goes well for me every time. One day it's not going to and I just have to accept it. Okay, let's hope it's not all magic. It is. I have no... Bitch, I don't have physical type moves. You know I don't have physical type moves. Oh no. Oh, nuts. Okay, what do we got, y'all? What do we got? Shit. These are all magic, I believe. Almighty. It's that dragon's breath. We just got it, but maybe now's the time. I'm hold on to that for a little bit. Hit him with some acid, hate to say. If we can't deal damage, we're at least gonna... Bitch, I don't have a single physical move, and I don't want to use a melee attack, because to me a melee attack is like a waste of time. Also, Juna, I believe her melee attack is wind damage. Things are bad. Okay. Let's just keep fucking up his stats until his je ne sais quoi shifts again. Oh, okay, so everything we just did was useless. And the je ne sais quoi has stayed put. Mischief afoot. Okay, well. He can get rid of his debuffs, but maybe I can buff us up then. No. Things are bad. Things are not going well. I wish I'd picked different people. I really was told going into the Dragon Temple, they were like, hey, physical moves, fuck those. You don't want those in here. Nah, not in my temple. Don't bring a physical move in here. And I said, noted, because I listened to people. And I now, and it did me well. It did me well for a long time, but now it is time I branch out on my own. Break from the knowledge I received and start hitting people with weapons. Which can't do when I'm gonna hit it with that melee skill. Ah, yes, wind type. Ah, what a joy, what a treat, what a dream. I'm gonna just hit it with that melee.
Got you. Impossible.
Oh, is he weak to everything? Oh wait, I have items. I have items and moves. Oh, something else changed now. I have items and moves that can break his resistance to everything that he's resistant to. So actually, well, he shifted his je ne sais quoi again. Do you think maybe now this will hit land? Gotta find out.
Come forth now.
Please?
That was ineffective.
Let's stay calm.
Did your thing? I know. Okay, so it's not an ailment, a cure. Is it in magic items? Now, I don't know what a tetracarn is. Which one has he applied? This is physical moves and this is magic moves? Magical barriers, physical barriers. Cool. I have to do it with my main character's turn? What a waste. No effect. Bitch, come on. That's me crying if you don't know what that noise is. That's what I sound like when I cry. Oh, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm not, by BT dubs. One time on MySpace, and when I was 12, I said I was gonna kill myself, and then ambulances showed up at my house, so. Yep. I'm not gonna kill myself today. How did she get my address? It doesn't matter. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. We might really just be out of luck for the way we built ourselves for this fight. I'm gonna do it on myself.
Even white fake her.
No, he shifted his shit again. Do you think something can land? Or do you think nothing can land?
Burn!
You gotta try in this life. You gotta dream.
No good. Nullified.
Oh my god. Me trying to pass the time unable to do damage by like debuffing him and buffing us. Useless, because he knocks those out right away. Him in this prayer stance on his knees in front of these like the statue and like the large, I don't even want to call it a hut, but like thatched roofs behind him is like kind of cool.
Are you prepared?
Underprepared, actually, not prepared. 827. What are you? What can land? Don't make me Google this fight. You know I don't like Googling things. Don't make me Google it.
Even my strength will be needed.
You guys ever seen that post? It's like, why don't you Google it? Look it up on Google. It's a pretty good one. Nah, if you ask me. So he already knows he's resisting that. What do you want from me?
To the back! If we all work together.
Extreme to all. So no point in that because he's just gonna block it. What can I do? Nothing. Everything in this life.
I shall use this.
Oh, you know what? The Faker can deal that almighty damage. That's something. It's not enough, but it's something.
I wonder.
I mean, I'll fucking heal myself. Yippee. What are we doing here, you guys? What are we doing? Just waiting to die? It seems like we're just passing turns until we die. What changed? A handsome master of je ne sais quoi, this one, isn't he?
I call upon a royal soul.
What do you keep changing about yourself? Like, I don't know if I understand what's happening.
A bit much.
Am I supposed to? I'm playing on easy, but I'm dumb as rocks. You know what I'm talking about?
Seems like a waste.
What's that? Oh.
This won't do it.
Something changed in him again. Maybe if I hit him with elements that I've never hit him with before?
This might be too much.
I'm gonna try a melee attack. Ah, yes, their wind damage. How could I forget?
Now, what's the I call upon royal power within.
What's...
Magic Seeker.
I'm floundering and you guys aren't even helping me.
The power possible.
Do you think he, like, whenever he shifts it, like, he only has, like, one thing that can land on him, and each time he shifts it, it shifts that one thing? Because how could one identify what that thing is?
Before the toxin takes her out.
Oh, great, we're poisoned. How am I supposed to find these things out?
Give me strength.
Oh, go ahead and do that on yourself.
It is your turn.
Thanks.
The freedom of a wanderer.
Magic Seeker!
What does this fight want from
Is there
me?
another way?
You would think that maybe a Yufa skill could identify or pinpoint or invade whatever tactic of barrier is being utilized. Just game design wise, you would think that's why she has to be here in that way. She plays a major part in the battle and it's a big thing for her in front of her people. But she doesn't seem to. And I am just lost. I know it's not gonna land, I just like don't know what else to do.
This I'll show you. A bit
You go ahead and do.
actually.
Oh, we can't even do it because ooh. You know what? I would love to come up on here. If we were all swinging Abacuses dealing almighty damage, we'd be fine. But they don't let you change your archetypes out before a fight, it doesn't seem.
This might sting.
I don't... What do I want 3 turns for? What am I going to do with 3 turns? I have no use for 3 turns. What a waste. Why did I do that? Who's going to go? Nobody.
Perhaps
Like,
not.
guard, I guess.
Guarding seems the
What are we doing? I think we're just like, I have no method.
Let's stay calm. Freezing!
So I either need to stop and think? Are we gonna Google it? Or should I at least wait until he kills us? It's gonna take him too long to kill us. His attacks are not dealing enough damage. We will never die, unfortunately. We will run out of MP before we die. Okay, we'll Google it, you guys. We're gonna Google it. What's his name? What's it called? Homo Margo. So we're gonna go ahead and get dubbed up. I'll bring you guys along for the for the journey over here. Okay. Now let's hope nothing weird comes up in the browser. Now what am I looking up? Homo Margo. Typing in homo is going to be rough. That's spooky. Okay. Shit. Margo fight. Okay, who is this? PCGamer.com. Go fuck yourself, PC gamers. I'm so tired of you guys. But if you have a point, you have a point. Oh, this person cheesed it. Trying to figure out how to beat the Homo Margo properly is for nerds ready to plumb the true depths of ReFantazio's battle system. You want me to engage my brain and think? Surely I can just brute force it instead. Wait a minute. Who wrote this? Lewis Parker. You might be a friend of mine, because that sounds just like me. I did find a relatively easy way. Doesn't feel like the method the developers intended for you to use here. I can make this bigger for you guys. Sorry, I didn't realize how tiny it is for you. How do you on a Mac zoom in the browser? How do you zoom? Command scroll doesn't do it. How do you zoom in the browser? On Windows, you can command scroll. It's up arrow, command E. That's too many buttons. Okay. Okay. He's the biggest pain in the butt. The boss is mostly just annoying because of its one move reversal prayer. But we can take advantage of this gimmick in a very silly yet effective way. You'll notice that on your first turn, Homo Margo isn't resistant or weak to anything. However, on its second turn, it will cast... If I could just understand what reversal prayer is doing, I could kind of work from there. From this point onward, it will usually block all physical attacks and almost all elemental skills. So I just gotta get lucky landing elementals. Take note of the color of Homo Margo's aura after it uses reversal prayer. This indicates which element it is currently using, allowing you to use the appropriate skills to counter it. Best of luck. I'm not colorblind. So I don't really know everything's a weakness. So electric and green are opposites. Red and blue makes sense. Purple's a nightmare. And white just means use of physical attacks. Now, I don't want to do their cheese way. I feel like that's enough information for me to get this going. Let's see if I can just utilize that and call it a day. I don't need to cheese it, though I really appreciate their doing so. Love something Lewis. What was his name? Ryan Lewis? No, not Ryan Lewis. I don't remember his name. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and restart this fight.
I thought we already finished this guy. Cassie's a stubborn one.
Now we got to do big damage this turn because we can. He has no weaknesses, so just hit him with the strongest moves available. And then we're going to pay attention to the aura.
I shall fight as the noble I am.
And what is an aura but like a representation of the je ne sais quoi of one, you know?
No holding back! The power of lightning!
This is the power. Oh, souls of kings, give me strength.
Hit the eagle line, babes. Okay. He's so cool. I don't know what to tell you. Is he also based on a Bosch painting? All the humans so far, to my knowledge, have been. His aura is a bluish... That's white. Is that white or blue? I'm going to call that white, which means go physical.
Wish we knew their affinities. Only one way to find out.
When you reset the fight, it keeps your affinity knowledge. Wait, it says it's blocking physical moves. Now.
Let's go.
White aura. Is that white or blue? I mean, it's not a big deal either way.
It didn't work.
It is what it is.
This'll be over. Watch me. A bit much, actually.
I'll go ahead and guard.
I can't afford to hold back. Staying
How
on the
long until he
defensive.
shifts his vibe again? Toxic Stalker. Do you see what I'm saying though? I don't be noticing things. Just like in the Heismay fight, I didn't notice the shadows. I didn't notice his aura changing colors, bitch. I'm not looking for the devil.
Take my fullest power.
Though I think I may have found him. This man in front of me,
Summoner.
devilish in a way.
This may be
Could you shift your vibe, please? Like, I'm just passing turns until he shifts his vibe. Well, I still have that dragon thing. Let me go ahead and throw that at him. And by still have it, I mean we got it back because we reset the battle.
Even white lies can still weigh you. I'll be fine.
Even white lies can still weigh you down. I think white lies are most likely to weigh you down because when you tell a big lie, you know it's weighing you down, you're aware of it, you work on it. You probably scoot away from that lie and alleviate it. White lies, you set them down everywhere. And then they like dust and they accumulate and then they weigh you down unexpectedly and then they're so hard to clear out. Okay, so now what's he reversing to? That is most definitely fire. So I am most definitely going to hit this man with some ice. Luckily I stay stocked up. I got chunks, I got sickles. What do you want? I don't think this fight's going to be particularly hard, just annoying. So I'm actually going to hit him with the chunk instead of the sickle.
I will fight with pride.
Save the sickle for if and when I'm truly struggling.
This should work.
And then Stroll's got a whole bunch of
I call upon a royal soul.
types of magic moves, so he'll be good
Can't let it go unused.
come his turn.
I call upon royal power within.
His hand movements. Watch his hand movements when he attacks. He looks cool. He's so cool. The animations, because the hands are like moving different ways, doing different things. It's really visually interesting. Okay.
We have provisions.
Will this even work?
Oh, I'm anxious. I didn't realize.
Thanks.
In my anxiety, I healed a woman, so don't tell me that I'm a woman hater. And I'm not. I'm gonna keep him anxious. It is what it is.
Be a waste to let this sit.
Nothing ties a traveler down. Let's try this.
Green, so hit it with the electricity. Watch those hands. If you didn't watch them that time, I'm telling you again, next time he attacks, watch those hands.
No, not this.
I cannot wait till his aura turns yellow and I can land all these 8 billion wind attacks I have. Stroll, why are you poisoned? Okay, I'm looking to hit him with electricity. Now I don't have a lot of these. So if you could shift that vibe
It's okay.
quickly here. It would be greatly appreciated just for the swiftness of this fight. I don't expect to lose, but I would like it to be swift. As Juna just said, this will be over soon enough.
This should be good.
Going to hold her to that. I know you're poisoned, but just do your best, okay?
What am I supposed to do?
I can't believe this.
Oh, an extra turn, hey. Wait, you can stack ailments? Look at Stroll, he is poisoned and anxious. To be fair, if I was poisoned, I'd probably have an anxiety about me as well. I didn't know those could stack, but that's fun. I like that they can stack.
Kings, give me strength.
It's still got a green aura, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with my Thunderstone.
I shall use this.
The
My
freedom of a wanderer.
drum. I'm actually gonna hold on to the drum for future endeavors. And no use really fucking with stats at this time. Actually, no, because he's anxious. I'm gonna say I could boost Stroll's thing because he's gonna land an attack, so I'm just gonna guard for.
Ready for impact.
Behold this power. Let's not.
I guess I could use the turn to like to help Stroll with his many ailments. Let's fix the poison. Though the anxiety, actually I should have fixed the anxiety because I need to land his attack. Oh god, I should have fixed his anxiety. My stupid ass. My foolish self. What's that song? Jasmine Sullivan has a song from that first album called like My Foolish Heart or something. It is now blue, so we gotta hit it with fire. Okay, my man's doing better. Fire. Do y'all enjoy watching me battle? Because, like, this is Garbo. Not the game, me. Like, I'm just...
Let's stay calm.
Oh. He's purple. Is purple physical, or is purple just land an almighty or kill yourself? I think... Let's see.
What?
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
Lucy's anxiety has weakened her, and she's under attack. Ow!
Oh, that's a new one. Dum 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 dum. I'm gonna go ahead and use her synthesis skill because she can deal some damage here.
Nothing ties a traveler down. Let's see how this plays out.
Even my strength will be needed. Now is the time to defend.
Now it's white, which I thought was physical moves, but last time it was white, I did a physical move and it did not give a fuck. He absolutely did not care.
Looks like we can't brute force through this.
I mean, I'm gonna try it again. Just get on the front line if I'm gonna do a physical attack. Okay.
Up close and personal. Don't you dare attack.
Ah, nuts! I forgot.
Closing the
God,
distance.
those sylph knives are really.
Right on target.
Oh
I shall
wow,
do
critical.
closing in on the
Period.
enemy. Be purified. I'm sorry.
We
everyone.
never do physical attacks. They're not the worst thing in the world. Being on the front line sucks, though. I'll tell you that much.
To the rear guard.
Oh, he's still
Time for some
white.
Close combat.
His aura is still white. His skin tone's more of like an ashy gray, almost. Oh, I didn't realize that his fingertips look like birds. Look at his fingertips. I don't know if they're supposed to look like birds, but the one, they look like birds to me. Like the side of a bird's head, almost like a stork. Not a stork, like a heron.
Do this.
The boy and the heron, oh my god. Now we do need to heal, but also like I want to land some damage.
It's still up.
I'll fake her.
I can go ahead and put you on the back line because you can't deal physical damage, and you're gonna actually heal. Blue cheese. Just 100 to all will be enough for now.
I am grateful.
Helpful as ever. I can't afford to hold back. Not done yet.
Even my strength will. I must do this.
The fact that Stroll's weapon is called Klawang, still goofy to me. Not over that yet. So that's blue. That aura is blue, I'm assuming.
What's going on? How can we get anywhere if his weakness keeps changing like that?
I got it.
He's not even looking at us. It seems as though he's really focused on something. Almost like he's praying. Hey, maybe I could flutter over there and try distracting him. What do you think? I bet that praying's connected to how he keeps changing his weakness. If I can snap him out of it, then maybe he'll stop switching things up for a while. Once he's weak to something we can use, just give me the signal, and I'll go.
Oh,
Should I
once
go
that shit
fast?
turns yellow. Not yet. No. But also, he's almost dead, so like you really took your time, Gallica, for this,
You
but
want me to hold off for now?
I do appreciate it. How do I activate that later, should I want to? Is that in tactics? I wouldn't even know how to send Gallica over there.
I won't hold back.
But
Hold on.
hit him with fire. Right? Is this blue? Or is this white?
Let's try
Because
this.
he was white
Still
before.
here?
Yeah, so this is blue.
This'll be over soon enough.
And then Stroll
Stubborn, hey?
has fire
Are you
moves.
prepared? The path they die hard.
Everyone is counting on me. We have the enemy still stands.
Crawling hand is a cool move. I like hands. Visually, I used to make a lot of art and there'd be like hands everywhere and like arms everywhere. I don't know what it is with me and arms and hands. Hey, more fire.
Here. A tough one.
I'll give you the
You don't have a fire type, do you?
show you.
Oh, but she does, and oh, my foolish self.
Raging fire.
The fool that I am. Good night, Jesus. A handsome man of prayer, though. A gesture of je ne sais quoi. The bird nails kill me. He's so perfect. Got Margot's golden arrow and the talisman of the night.
I've done it.
Marvelous.
Does it seem that I've grown stronger?
Right. That's the end of that.
Everyone, once again, thank you so much.
What a spectacle! To think I could have evacuated and missed the performance.
Brother.
Yufa, that power.
It must be the same power wielded by priestesses of old. My rescuers helped me realize that.
Yeah, we come back with lore.
You mean to say
Listen up.
sacrifice was never the intent of the ritual?
The priestess offers her life in service, not sacrifice.
Sacrifice is kind of a service.
Faces the scourge. That is why our relic is a lance.
A mural on the altar suggested as much. It's likely the murals of this village don't actually depict sacrifice either.
You saw what was inside the temple? What was it? Something the church would rather keep buried? Some other mystical relic?
Yo, it's like Japan.
Hardly.
It's the secret of Japan.
City of the old world. Evidence of a history before our own. Small wonder the clergy can't send their monks. Anyone who saw that would have their faith shaken. It's all but physical proof that the Sanctus Scriptures are fiction.
You don't say.
However,
So then why did they create these scriptures? For control?
Truth of our past. With all my heart, I wanted to save our village. But all I did was sit and hope.
Lady Yufa.
I clung to my determination with such fervor. Perhaps without my noticing, it became a desire for atonement. The day you left, Adeni, even the night father and mother left this world, I could do naught but sit and wait and hope. I believed it was my role as priestess. If I had done anything at all to change it, perhaps we would not have faced such horrors.
You can do your changing now. After all, you're still alive, you've got years ahead of you, and you've got friends and family close. You needn't bear this alone.
It makes me so happy, because this is not the first time Heisme has preached for, like, when somebody has stated, like, I've waited so long to do the right thing, I did it. Heisme's always preaching, it is never too late. Because he is somebody who, we preached that to him and it changed his fucking life. Heisme's the #1 preacher of it's never too late. If Heisme was to write another book, aside from his one about fatherhood, it'd be like one of those, like, fucking finance bro fucking self-help books called It Is Never Too Late.
We support her. Without the rite of sacrifice. Was that also depicted in the temple? Is that really the truth?
The Sanctus aren't the only ones having their teachings shaken.
What matters the murals or the truth of the teachings? Do you believe the priestess fought out of tradition alone? She fought because she wanted to protect us. This village. She fought for you and I. Our lives and joys.
Where's Dell?
Is that not enough reason to support her? You made good on your promise to save my sister. Words cannot express my thanks. But there is something that must finally be said. Yufa, I'm glad you chose life.
understand now. It's not slaying monsters that gets rid of the melancholia. I think it goes away when we help people overcome their fear and anxiety.
Do the humans represent the fear and the anxiety?
For a moment there, it looked like we'd have more dead than alive. But now they've got the lance, priestess, and the whole sodden village in their corner.
And in order to overcome the humans, we must conquer what they represent. The fears and anxieties that they represent. Question mark? TBD. I want to know what Japan Shinjuku's doing underground and why there's a sky underground. What do you mean there's an atmosphere down there? I said it in the last video. This is what people think is happening at the North Pole. Like, people as in, like, bizarre. I don't want to be mean. Certain subsects of people. Not like a general consensus that there's an underground society at the North Pole. I don't know. Actually, if you think about it, Santa Claus and the Elves is a society. And a bunch of children believe in that. So we do got people, North Pole, because it is so otherworldly to us, because it's something people don't go to unless they're like climate researchers or Lord. Nobody goes there, so it's like this mysterious place. And the more mystery around something, the more we can conspire around it. So I don't blame you.
It's only relevant as far as it matters for Luis's sake, Baz. Remember, we're doing this for a world where your blood don't matter, long as you can fend for yourself.
Suppose, but what about them that can't fend for themselves? Like them village folk you helped save. Reminds me of that Glodell business too. They're tough enough that they don't need dirty tricks. If you challenged them, and they won fair and square.
Pack it in, Basilio. Our war may be quieter, but we're still fighting. Hesitate out there and you're dead.
Basilio inches closer and closer to truths, and Del refuses them. But I think Del has like a sharpened survival instinct, and that's what it is. But he's also the one that was fucking grounded in bed with a hurt leg. So we talk about survival instinct, but I think that that's what it is for him. I need to check on my Tamagotchi. I'm sure he's doing good because he never fucking needs anything. I'm telling you, this Ichigachi strawberry, he pooped the egg, but that's about it. He never needs anything from me. He's independent. He's like doing his own thing. I'm like, could you need me a little more? But I also like that he doesn't need me, so. The human that escaped to Virga Islands was successfully defeated after a long, confusing battle. In a single stroke, I saved the priestess Yufa and obtained Dracodios, the divine relic. Now, we've obtained it, but I cannot have it given away, so we still have to sort that out. Please, God save. Yes, thank you. I had to Google. Now, real quick, I want to see how that man in that article, I want to see how he cheesed the fight. Okay? So, let's see. You know what? That's what I was wishing I could do. I just didn't have the ability to change our archetypes. So, who are you? Lewis Parker, you and I think similarly. You and I could be friends. You and I hate engaging our fucking lobes, okay? So, do not mind your type. For now, should I find out Lewis Parker did terrible things? He does write for PC Gamer. That's one strike against him. If he plays games on a PC, that's 2 strikes against him. And if he enjoys games on a PC, that's 3 strikes, you're out. So, you're on thin ice, Lewis Parker. Also, that's such a fucking manifest destiny-ass fucking name, Lewis Parker.
So, that's the lance everyone's after. Don't suppose you could chuck it our way, young miss?
It's a big lance.
I wanted to discuss that. Unfortunately, I cannot let the lance leave my side. But to that end, what if I were to accompany you?
The scientists want to lock it up.
The maglamate distortion is visibly fading from our lands. The threat looming over the island has passed. That said, if I am to be a warrior priestess, then I feel I must learn what the world is like beyond our borders. Besides, if you were to hold the lance, you would lose your powers of magic, which would be inconvenient.
Wait, we lose our magic?
Wait, we lose our magic powers?
Well, A flow of some protective magla surrounds you. Yet, when the lance nears you, it seems to dispel that magic. I can only assume it's one of Dracodios's powers.
Could you use it on others?
Hold on.
Should they
Protective magla?
end up with archetypes?
You don't think she's talking about the king's magic?
What's come over you, Stroll? You seem distraught.
Look, can I talk to you for a second? There's something I want to test with Dracodios.
Stroll's dreaming and thinking, and scheming and conniving. Do you think we could kill Luis with this? And that's another reason the Sanctus wanted it away, because the king was aligned to the Sanctus, and this can work against the king's own magic. Wait a minute, Stroll, what a mind you have. I don't want to kill Luis, but if we must.
Did you all see that? This changes everything.
I'll say. I was wondering how a whole dragon's worth of magla fit in such an ordinary-looking lance. Now I finally understand.
Your pardon, but might someone clarify?
He blocked it well enough, but the blow still landed. Our candidate was struck.
That's risky. What if King's magic had kicked in and Stroll got, like, murdered?
There's no doubt about it. This lance has the power to nullify the protection of the king's magic. That means, as long as you have this lance, any candidate can be killed. And if Luis knows that, it explains a lot.
Well, the others are not present to hear it. What a secret to have stumbled upon.
And Luis did know this, because Luis was talking about he has plans for killing, I don't remember if it was Godot or Forden or who. And we said, how do you plan on doing that with the king's magic? And he said, trust you me. It's handled. So he knows things. How he came about this knowledge, I don't know. Because we had to learn it from this temple and from this girl, who was a local to the place with the temple. And Luis is a man of books, but I don't believe this knowledge would have found its way to a book. I don't know how Luis knows things. It's very spooky.
Maybe this is our chance. We can do what Grius couldn't. And this time, he wouldn't see us coming.
He might see us coming. I think Luis is playing like a really strategic game, and I think he knows more about us than he lets us know that he knows. And we mustn't fall into that false sense of security that he is so potentially inviting us into. Okay. The assassination gambit. On our own this time.
On our own this time.
But we're not the fledglings we were then. This time, we could do it right.
You would use it to take a life.
Maybe we shouldn't.
We've been blabbing in front of Yufa.
Doesn't matter. We'll need it kept quiet that we know the Lance's secret. And we can't ask that of her without giving a proper explanation.
I was the one who came asking to be included. No matter how heavy or grim your burdens, I would shoulder them alongside you.
Now here's the thing, Yufa is of the Mustars. She's on this island, she's from this tribe. She's aware of the things happening in the kingdom, but to what degree? We mustn't just tell her, may we use your weapon to kill this man. Maybe we should see if she agrees with the killing of this man by explaining this man, his ideals, his actions, his goals to her. And then make sure she agrees with it before she, in a sense, is used as a weapon against this man, right? But also, why am I playing fucking like a diplomat and do the right thing and make sure you're not working against her will? When I have a prince to save, I guess I should have this like greater goal, and I do, but also like, what's the point of the greater goal of saving the prince? Because we want to bring the prince about because we believe it to be good and right. And if we have to do it unjustly to do so, then at what point are we counteracting our actual goal? If we have to do bad to do good, then does it make sense? I don't know. We gotta play the game.
Sheesh. Not much we can say when she puts it like that.
But how would such an assassination be enacted? Those brothers will make damn sure we turn the lance over.
A stealth mission's out. Last time there were hardly any guards about and we still barely managed to survive. I'd rather not push our luck.
My nails are getting too long.
Need to keep the lance and use it to strike Luis down.
I'm gonna chew them off later.
Well, Captain, any ideas?
Would love this. Would love to see Del, like, open his mind. And Basilio, his mind's ready to be opened. I just would love to have him by my side. I was thinking fake lance this whole time, but they... I don't know if the brothers know better, but Luis will know better. But it doesn't matter if he knows better if, like, the moment he notices it, we kill him. His blonde hair, this is sick, is gonna look so beautiful stained in blood. And I don't mean that in like a vengeance, like, it will be beautiful to see the blood of my enemy. I mean the delicate, soft, long, pale hair soaked with like a really harsh, vibrant red is quite like striking, yeah? I'm gonna say fake lance.
How about we give him a fake lance?
There's a thought. After all, the lance has been shut up in a temple for ages. Not even Luis would know what the real one looks like.
But he would know what it feels like. Luis is a man that like senses Magla to me. I don't know. I feel like he's got an eye for things. We underestimate this man.
But are we even capable of making such a replica?
Yeah, none of us work with metal. Who forges? We ain't got nary a forger.
If you just need a visual double whipped up, that's certainly within my repertoire. What?
Oh, okay. He's a forger.
Good. We've got a certified craftsman on board. Have at it then. Give us a lance to turn heads.
Yufa.
A lance to get a glance.
The lance. Are you sure you still want to stick with us?
I did not falter in choosing my fate as a sacrifice, and I will not falter in this. Please, tell me everything.
Well, settle in. It's a long story.
About 90 hours worth.
So the prince is alive?
I know His Highness can guide us to a brighter future.
But His Highness doesn't become king.
If you wish. Yes.
Unless the people will it.
I don't know or love this prince as you do. But I can tell, by your faith, he is not one to cast others aside.
For now, we need to figure out when and where to ambush Luis. Treasonous bastard who cursed him.
Well, if we're going to trick him with a fake, there's only one answer. Saint's Day. The city will be chock full of relics by then. Perfect for a bit of cover.
'Tis the same day Luis plans to attack Forden. No doubt he has the same advantages in mind. The relics will be presented at Altabri's Grand Opera House, yes?
A thought. If we were to give Luis a fake, and should he not recognize it as a fake, and should he then wield that fake against Forden, we would not have to kill Luis. The king's magic would kick in, and then we would see Luis killed by that. And to my knowledge, we've no reason to keep our hands clean of the killing of Luis. We don't have much to lose in the killing of Luis, to my knowledge, other than maybe like Basilio, which will make me sad. But we should maybe let that happen if we can, so as to have the clean hands should they behoove us, because you can always dirty your hands at a later date by speaking a truth. It's hard to wash your hands once the truth is out there, so also, I want Forden dead. Can I kill Forden? I need to stop being evil. If I could just neutralize Forden, I shouldn't wish death upon people.
Well then, you could try it while I'm singing. Long as I'm on stage, I can keep everyone's eyes on me.
I suppose it is time I face my destiny as well. In the name of protecting my people, I've no doubt my understanding of life itself will be tested. All I can do is hope for your support in my journey. Time to go!
Early on in this game, they gave us a teammate. He was part of the team. We fought with him. We fought alongside him. His name was Grius, if you'll remember. They killed him. Teammates can die. Yufa better not die. I don't know why I just suddenly got like the thought of like, what if she dies? We're not going to talk about it. We're not manifesting that. A priestess honoring her faith's truth. A priestess honoring her faith's truths. Yufa has become your ally.
Not just the lance, but now we've got Yufa herself. Things are looking up. Maybe you just draw people to you, like the prince did. Strange to think of an understanding of life, though. I get it. It's just not something I thought about until recently. You think a fairy could find any meaning in that?
I think a fairy is similar to a Mustari in ways, because it seems like they can see similar things. The Mustari with their third eye, and like they both have this Magla awareness that like seems similar to one another and dissimilar to everybody else. So I'm sure you can.
I'm sure you can.
You're right. I want to believe that.
Hit me with those hands.
With you on our side, I know we'll figure it out.
I will go tell my brother.
I have kept Stroll in the mage lineage for so much of this game that I keep forgetting that it's not his default lineage. Like, we just leveled up that lineage with Gallica because that's actually where it comes from, and that reminded me, oh yeah, what was Stroll's original lineage? There's no noble lineage. I'm gonna have to look that up on the archetype tree. Okay. Oh, I wish that Danny could join us. Like, not as a teammate, just like around the runner. I want to lick from his ankles up to his taint, and I want him to keep the strappy thing on while he does. I'm sick. I need to be removed from the internet. I don't talk about like real people like that, which is like slightly better maybe, because like that's disrespectful, but also like.
Then we shall rest at the inn. 'Tis altogether too.
Though I've no victim, I'm still a sicko.
Well, cramped spaces are the foundation of camaraderie, I say.
Period.
Well, to each their own.
Also, we're gonna have to keep traveling in this thing regardless, so get used to the cramp.
Now then.
How many days have we left? Because I know we've got some extra days. What are we gonna do with them? Oh, let me read these, sorry. Who said that hi is me? By the way, when we depart from the island, not soon when do we depart from the island? Not soon, I take it? No, I imagine Nurse needs time to craft the fake lance, so let's wait until he tells us it's complete. Fidelio's recovery is a fine excuse for us to stay put.
Now then.
True.
If we only need to be there by Saint's Day, then we have some time yet to attend other matters. We ought to hone our skill or gather some more support before we depart. And if Yufa is really to join us, then let's make sure she's caught up to speed. Make sure she tags along.
Hold on.
How are our requests going? To possess such an admiration for deadly beasts strikes me as odd. The woman in the tower called it research, but I simply can't fathom what purpose it could serve. You, of all people, should be able to empathize. I've seen you literally salivate at the sight of a meaty monster before. I merely seek to expand my culinary palate. 'Tis a noble pursuit, and one that should not be confused with an affinity for the fiends themselves. Restraint is a rare quality amongst those with such passion. Let us just be thankful that Hulkenberg and this woman's interests have not compromised their safety. Yet.
Hold on.
Okay, that's that. Oh, whoa. Whoa! It's a good thing we were able to convince the Magnus brothers to stay on the island until our fake lance is ready. I forget that the last name is Magnus? Fidelio Magnus?
Most helpful.
I don't like it. We cannot sit idly away. We cannot idly while away the time, yet more battles await us, so we should ensure that our archetypes are up to the task. I'd thought myself utterly exhausted, but this meal is delectable. I shall sleep well after such a feast. I'd say we earned our rest. A good job. Yo, we earned this video being over. It's another. These videos have been hitting 2 hours more. Oh, look at us. More and more often lately.
Apologies for the intrusion.
Something wrong, love? It's late.
My brother had already retired for the day, so I thought I'd wait for tomorrow to tell him. But now that I find myself alone with my thoughts, I'm quite nervous.
Think you'll be able to tell him yourself?
If I cannot even do that, there would be little point in leaving the island. He will understand. After all, he left long before I did.
Book. Do you want to read my book?
What is that book?
Thomas More's
It's a
Utopia.
fantasy novel. He's never without it.
A fantasy. But what is it a fantasy of?
A utopia. It's about an ideal world.
It's a story about an ideal world.
Well, so you do not merely strive against evil. You have a vision for the world's betterment.
'Tis a world where all people are equal and no conflict exists. Much like the world His Highness once dreamt of.
Although let me make it clear, this is an idea of a world that I inherited. I did not, write this book. I was fortunate enough to have this formed idea presented to me that I agreed with. I did not have to form it myself, which seems like much more of a mental labor.
In truth, 'tis difficult to envisage. All I have known is our own island's history and doctrine, and naught beyond it.
Oh, wait till you hear about Sanctism. It's going to blow your mind. It's Garbo.
Would it be alright if I read some?
Yeah, go crazy. People love this book.
Remarkable.
My favorite party trick is whipping out a book. Thomas More's Utopia.
Despite all the people share in common, the world is filled with myriad faiths and beliefs. Accordingly, those in search of spiritual meaning may seek and find many different teachings to guide them. I see. So the people of this world are free to believe as they will.
Speaking of, in Thomas More's Utopia, I don't know about the in-game book, but Thomas More's Utopia, they mention he draws this fine line between a faith and a spirituality and a superstition. Because I think where often they may get grouped together, rightfully or wrongfully, I do not know. He makes a clear delineation, because in that book, it is within that utopian society that one is to hold some sort of beliefs. I believe it mentioning you mustn't be beliefless. You must believe something. But you also must not err into superstition, which I thought was an interesting distinction. A nuance, if you would.
Anyone may follow any god, any dogma.
So basically the opposite of the Sanctus Church.
Our legends say that the ancient world was full of all manner of beliefs too. The people of Eld worshipped many gods from many pantheons. People confronted the anxiety that haunted them.
Thinking back, some of those figures in the temple murals may have been gods.
Yes. That mural depicting myriad gods is an explanation of how this world came to be.
But ultimately, war claimed everything. Suppose that means it wasn't much of a utopia, right?
Perhaps freedom unchecked gave rise to conflict. Either way, to know the past is to ensure history does not repeat. If we are to create a utopia rooted in our world, faith is not enough. We must move onward and take action as allies.
I'm going to turn up the audio here. Let us really focus on this, it's played a few times throughout the game, this rendition of, the song that plays in Academia with, horns and strings. I quite like it. I just want to focus on it for 1 second. That's something special. But also just that tune in general, it stays in my head. I'll be around the house hitting the meow, 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 meow. It stays in the head for me. A little earworm.
Because I believe that's how this must be used. This power that guides us to ideals. To walk forward, firmly, fearing nothing.
Hope and belief are powerful.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Arbor's Day. We did all that on a... What comes before Arbor's Day?
Your pardon?
On a wet day? Water's Day?
Mainlanders. What is it?
Brother,
Mainlanders? I have a name.
Until now, I have understood nothing. But it is not merely the teachings I failed to grasp. I did not understand Mother and Father's wishes, nor indeed.
I like this room. I like these windows.
As the priestess, I am duty-bound to protect our village. And I would do so not with a weapon, but with understanding. Brother, please permit me to travel alongside these people.
Your own journey. I never thought I'd
He's
see
got
the day you'd
amber eyes. He's got amber eyes, 4 sets of bangs, in a like subtly, tastefully slutty costume. Oh my god. They don't make men like this on the mainland, I'll tell you that much. On the mainland, all we got is a buff, bald man filled with evil. And we've got an old man filled with evil. We've got a bunch of like people in the city that look all different ways. It's quite diverse, but one thing they all have in common is they're all filled with evil and racism, you know, a subsect of evil. There is Martyra. Martyra, we've got some good people, some hard workers. We got some chickens. We got some goats. We got a little bit of evil. We used to have now over in Martyra, we used to have a big evil blight baby. He has been removed. Come to Martyra. We got a cliff we jump off of. Martyra's pretty nice. You'd like that. What else we got? We got a big shell of an ancient sandworm that has died. It's really fun. There's some glass on the ground. It's not like glass you need to be afraid of. It's like stepping glass. What do you call stepping? Sand. Sand is glass for stepping. So what I'm trying to say is, don't be afraid to leave the island. We have many a blight, but many a pleasure. We'll look after her. Sorry for my monologue.
My own journey's end freed me from our customs. Perhaps, had I sought comrades and friends of my own to walk with, I would have found purpose. So
It is never too late, Heisme will say.
Go and see this world with your own eyes.
Whoa.
As a parting gift, Yufa, I entrust this to you.
She has a weapon. She's got the Dracodios.
With this staff in hand, she would travel the lands beyond our shore, seeking to spread our teachings.
I did not know she'd left anything behind.
I didn't know Mother was a
I
missionary.
gladly accept.
I must ask, Yufa, what do you plan to call yourself once off the island?
What do you mean? I am the priestess of Verga Island. Should I be called anything else?
Indeed. To outsiders, we are only the islanders. We have hardly named the land, much less our humble village. We once saw no need for a name. We had rejected the world outside for so long, we knew but 2 lands. Those within our borders, and those without. Now that the truth of our traditions has been restored, we may celebrate them. And in that spirit, I would like to name our village.
Our home will have a name.
Am I evil for thinking that, like, there was nothing too wrong about them being as insular as they were? Because they seem like they're progressing, like, now that we've opened our minds and willed not ignorance, we now become a part of the world. Which is cool, nothing wrong with that, but I also didn't think there was anything wrong with being insular. But the game's framing that as maybe I'm wrong for that. And maybe I am. Maybe the game's wrong. Maybe we disagree. Maybe there is no right wrong, but...
By your efforts, there is no longer any doubt. The dragon god Et is our village's guardian deity. Thus, it seems only right to call it the home of the dragon god Et.
Etria.
Etria. One
Big
day,
fan.
After years untold, I hope Etria will be a bustling town. People from far and wide will meet here. It will be worthy of its name. At least, that is my fantasy.
I think I found
Be careful,
a world
tourism
I
is a
want to be a part
nightmare.
of. To that end, everyone, I look forward to our journeys together.
So, you're off to Alterberry. You'll have to watch for the tide, but you should arrive with plenty of time. If you have time yet to relax, our island home is humble, but I hope it is to your liking.
Humble is my liking. Here in Martyra, babe. 12, wow, that's crazy. After defeating the human and saving Yufa alongside Virga Islands as a whole, I gained their support. We're blazing... Let's go ahead and call it Etria. Okay? Virga Island, don't know her. Etria. The only time we will say Virga Island is when we are explaining to outside people where we were. We'll say Etria, formerly known as Virga Island. We're blazing a path to defeating Luis and saving the prince one step at a time. I like Etria. We found another place like Martyra where I'm like, I could live here. There's a lot of beauty in this game, a lot of cool places, a lot of cool people.
Well then.
Only 2 places I would really settle down. What did I do for you?
Not finished yet?
Oh, I got your stones. Yes. Here are your stones, Miss Ma'am. We'll close out this video in a second. I gotta give this woman her stones. Izzy stones? Oh, you found at least one of my stones. Now, I found all 3. Make note of that. Now I can make a doll for my grandchild. You saved me. No, you saved my grandchild's life. The rumors were true, then you really do have a good heart. Take a little extra with my thanks. A little extra what?
Mission accomplished.
How much money? Do you think I have 4 million Reeve yet? World's most ethical, kind, and universally loved millionaire. Oh, not quite. Oh my god, we're so close. We're 3,999,000, bitch. All 3 of the stones are safely back in my grasp. Words cannot express my gratitude, my boy, but hopefully this reward can. Give me more money. No. Before we close this video, we're going to go to a store. We're going to sell some things that I'm sure we picked up in that place. We're going to hit 4 million Reeve here. Here, from me, my son, and his wife. We all want you to have this. Wait, I thought the whole reason you had us gather these was because you couldn't tell your family you dropped them. Yes, at first I intended to hide my mistakes, but after I sent you off, I gave it some more thought. The stones are guiding tools for us fisherfolk that we might find the right path. Can I really pass them to my grandchild under such deception? Period. We love reflection and thinking and moral questioning upon ourselves. Upon others is a bit dodgy because morals are so subjective. But we love to see it.
I feel fine.
Oh, they were shocked to be sure, but in the end all of them, even my grandchild, simply laughed and forgave me. And when I told them about you, they were all moved that you would go so far for a complete stranger. May they be inspired by kindness.
Thank you, dearie.
It isn't much, but we'll all be supporting your bid for that throne of yours. I don't want that throne of mine. That throne thingy. That throne deal. Seems like we ended up getting a lot out of this, huh, Slater? Oh, Yufa's got a quest for us. We have to close the video, but we have to. We have to have 4 million Reeve. Like, yeah, we did a lot of good today. Boring. I need money, babe. That's a joke, by the way. Y'all know I do not. I love kindness and goodness. I despise money. Though in this game, its lure has captured me more than it has in my real life. And maybe it capturing me in this game is its beginning to capture me in real life. I don't think so. Brother.
Appreciate it.
Thanks. Never thought you'd manage to grab both the priestess and the lance. Suppose you lot really are something special. Got me thinking, like, for a moment I wondered if I'd met you all earlier, then maybe... don't mind me. Maybe what? Maybe you'd be with us and not with Luis? Let me get Heisme. He's got something to tell you. Heisme wants to tell you it's never too late. Dell's still not totally sound, so he's resting up. I don't want him pushing himself too hard. That's cool. That's chill. Who can I sell to? Can I sell to you?
What'll it be?
Oh, fuck yeah. Bitch. 4 million Reeve. And another 2-hour-long video on the books. What's our playtime? 91 hours. With that, I'm going to go. Leave you guys to your day, your night, your evening, your morning. Okay. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good one. We got plenty of game ahead of us. We're going to go see what quest Yufa has, get some shit done, and then we're probably going to go see what happens when we give Luis a fake lance here soon. So be ready for that. All right. Bye.